that was all. Put my cell phone over there. Oh, that's not working particularly well today. That is not working well today.
You can take your trade over there.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So I'm calling this meeting to order. I see a few people here who have, I've got an update on the 43 Chapman. The property has been released from the fire investigation. The cars will start being towed away soon, but I do not have an exact timeline. I heard it's within a week. The property owner, with their insurance, is in the process of getting quotes for demolitions. It might take a while because they have to test the building for asbestos before they can begin. And that is all I've got for updates at this time on the property. And open the meeting to the public. I have a timer this time, 5 minutes per person. Yes.
With my husband today, and he said the vehicles will start coming out this week, and they've already started removing the leaves. They hired somebody and they started cleaning up the leaves today.
Good.
You should state your name and your address, please.
Oh, okay, sorry, Casey Boyer, 41 Chapman Street.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Anyone else? Yes?
Scott Richner, 16 Pratt Street. I was just wondering if there were any updates on the village clock status.
That is still stuck in Canada. We can't actually, we've had a hard time getting someone to ship it, and we can't actually bring it across the border at the Rouses Point crossing. It's gotta go to the main highway crossing.
Oh, okay.
So it's just been stuck in that COVID limbo, and there's not a heck of a lot we've been able to do about it. Yes?
Calvin Colum, 47 Chapman Street. I'm just wondering, we asked for all the code violations that are written up on the property, and we only received one. I'm wondering, you know, if, at the last, so I'm assuming there was more than just one.
Buildings property records include a lot more than just the complaints. Any other prior permits and stuff would be in there, so just because it's that thick, doesn't mean it's thick with complaints. I was kind of expecting more from that too, but apparently only one person has complained about it. Anybody else? Okay. I'd like to thank you all for coming here, and not that it was bad last time, but it was very good. Minutes of the previous meeting, any questions? Can I have a motion to accept the minutes as presented?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Treasurer Letourneau, is there any additions or deletions to the bills?
We have done this evening.
Good. Any questions from the board?
Yes, I have one question. On page 4, the water plant improvement, the 28,000. Can we get an update? I mean, we just paid, I think, what, maybe 2 weeks ago or a month ago, we paid 27,000, now another 28,000.
Yeah, that's part of the contract that we've already signed with them before I was here, and that's what we're paying on. One of the updates are they're trying to finalize some aspects of the design, which is why this email here is, because they want us to figure out whether we want the diesel generator or a natural gas generator to supply emergency power to it. So they're still working on it.
So I'm just wondering if there's like if they have like a timeline of what they're doing and how they're doing it. So we know that we're not getting double charged for something, or, you know, we can see what exactly we're getting for our money every month or 2 months, or.
That's actually a really good idea, I like it. I'll go get a timeline from them, 'cause I'd like to see a timeline too, because I wanna know when we're starting to calculate it out.
And they can at least let us know what they're doing, and, you know, to make sure that we're, you know, we're getting the best bang for our buck, that's all. I like to see what we're paying for, just not just a bill from somebody for $28,000.
It's on every bill we get, it's on, they've got like 6 different categories, and on every bill, that amount might be over 2 or 3 different categories. It'll say a certain amount to this category, a certain amount to that category, and it will give a percentage done on each of those projects. That's just part of the invoice that comes in every month.
So there is a breakdown.
Yeah,
Okay.
Can we get
Can we get copies of that?
I don't see why not.
Just to give us an idea of what we're paying for and.
Sure.
Appreciate it. Sorry.
Right. Make a motion to accept the bills?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any correspondence today, Susan?
Yes. We received a letter from Montgomery Hose Hook and Ladder Company. Dear Mayor and trustees, we wish to inform you of a new member that has been approved to our company for a probationary period of 6 months, Alexander Provost. Please act on this member, and we thank you for your time in this matter. Thank you.
Make a motion to accept the new member to the fire department?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Okay. So we've got a travel authorization for 2 water departments. This will be sending, anything to anyone? Business training?
Yes,
It will be Danny Gay and Eric Gooley for the lab class that they have to take to keep their water license active for Danny and to get the water license for Eric Gooley.
I'll put that in form of a motion.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, also I have a contract for Auction International here. This ended up in my junk mail. Before I can put stuff on the Auction International site, sign this contract.
What are we putting up for auction?
The skate sharpener. The old broken one. And if it works out, we can put other things up on this too as well.
So you're saying anything that we surplus at a meeting, you can put on the auction?
Yeah. It's an online auction. We can put a floor price that if it doesn't get met, we don't have to accept the auction. And, pretty convenient. The buyer has to come over here and pick it up. We don't have to send it to them. It's their responsibility to pick it up, which is pretty nifty. And, 4% of the premium, so we don't lose anything out of it really. And it goes to a wider audience, so it's not just limited to who hears these meetings or sees the meetings. There'll be a nationwide audience for various different equipment. So if we put a truck up there, instead of just being Clinton County, people from California can bid on it. I don't know how they get the truck, because it's their responsibility, but.
They did that with fire trucks.
is there any cost to the village?
No,
Nothing at all.
no.
I think it says $30 fee for each motorized vehicle and $5 for each auction lot. That is not more vehicle.
That's a cost of putting things up on the auction, but there's no cost.
Right.
I hadn't read through that. There's no sign it, there's a small fee to put stuff up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Thank you, Dale, for catching that.
So if you put 10 things up, you're talking $50 or $25.
No, well, it depends if you put it, yes, depends if you put it in a lot or if you sell it as a whole, it'll cost you $5. Fuel piece, then it's gonna cost you $50.
The listing fee shall be deducted from the sale of the proceed before the final payment is made to the seller.
Now, the skate sharpener, it says motorized vehicle / equipment is $30. So that means if we put it up there, it'd be $30?
No, that's not, the motor vehicle. It's $5 for
Or
each
equipment.
motor vehicle.
He says equipment.
Yeah.
Well, that could be like a loader or a tractor
Front loader.
or something, yeah, motorized equipment.
You see what I'm going on, notice?
But that's the way I read it anyway. I read it as a motorized,
Yeah,
you know, say like a lawnmower or something like that.
yeah, skate sharpener, drive that around. Well, that'd be interesting if someone made one of those. So you wanna do, you guys wanna take some more time to read through it and approve it next time, or do you wanna do it today?
I'll make a motion, we read up on it a little bit more.
Okay. So we'll table it until the next meeting.
Sounds good.
Okay. Because, no, because skate sharpness wouldn't be the one. Okay, and seeing as Tom Renane is not here, I'll table him up. And I'm still going to request an executive session to discuss the employment history of a particular employee.
Alderman, second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay. Trustee Arno?
I'd just like to thank the rec center and,
The generator.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
go ahead.
The generator. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Email today from the gas backup generator for the new water plant or a diesel generator backup.
I make a motion, we go with, diesel generator.
I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Going with the diesel. Okay, trustee Arno?
I'd like to thank the rec center crew and electric department crew for cleaning up around the gazebo. They did a nice job. And I'd like to know what color, when we get around, when it gets nicer, what color you're gonna paint it, or stain it, whatever.
They were, Ethan asked if you could use the leftover paint from the rec center, because we've got like 20 gallons in there or something.
Sure.
Good to me, it saves money, it means we get to use the leftover paint,
Mhm.
so.
And I think we could take one of them tables out of the rec, out of that gazebo. There's two big tables in there. There's one 8-footer and there's one 9-footer or 10-footer inside there. I think we ought to do is take the table out and put it on the lawn. And the other table, the short table that's in there, bring it down here to the rec center and stick it down here for somebody to sit on or something. Cause there are a lot of older people that walk around here and stuff, and they bring their grandkids to the playground and stuff, and you got no place to sit.
Where would you like to put it at the rec center? Somewhere on
Over
the
by
trail?
the-
or-
By the playground.
By
By
the
the
playground?
If it's all right with Ethan, I mean, probably he's got a better place for it, I don't know.
I say like you, should be, people sit and watch their kids, so
Yep.
should be a place for them to sit.
At least a park bench.
Yeah.
Is it a full, is it like a picnic table?
Yeah,
That'll be better.
yeah, it's a picnic table, and the other big one in there, I mean, it's like a 10-footer, I mean, it's humongous, you know? Stop and stuff and have a picnic if they wanted or something, or at least to sit at it outside, you know? And also, and at the library, thank, the guys that put up the railing in there. She thought it was very nice. And also, I'd like to, thank Jared and Lisa Turner for a great job they're doing on the windows on the old Armitage building. They're doing a wonderful job. It looks really nice downtown now, starting to anyhow, so. Other than that, that's all I have for now.
Okay. Trustee Rodriguez?
Brought up last meeting, I went to talk with Ethan, I was talking with Susan about it. The grant that we got to put those benches in, the money ran out. So it's about, the benches are what, $300 you said each?
About 300.
Concrete slabs for the rest of the benches have already been poured, so we're gonna work on another grant to get, just put the benches in, that's all we really need, because the slabs are already poured. Ethan's made aware of it, Susan's been made aware of it, that's what we're working on next.
For the time being, I mean, I think it's a good idea, at least one or two of them, so people can sit.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
We have some composite ones that were donated from Pfizer that are underneath the building, that are really heavy, so you don't have to worry about people dragging them around and tipping them over. And that might be a thought also for temporary, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
you know,
until we get something.
until we do get our benches, because I noticed that people are sitting on the ground now. And, you know.
Yeah.
If we order benches, if we can get enough, I'd like to see a couple of the benches down behind the coffee shop on that property the village owns, down behind Vinnie Gage and stuff. Couple down there, or a picnic table down there, or something.
Yeah.
You know, that's a nice spot for people to sit, I mean, the village got a right of way to go down there, I mean.
How's parking for that? Do they have to park, the village parking?
Yeah.
Across the road?
Park on the street.
Okay, so there's parking available.
Yeah,
Good.
or parking available.
So that's where we're at with the benches right now, but I'll bring up the idea of those other benches that we got.
Yeah, I mean, just something.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
skate sharpener, the fee right now is $5, and Ethan came to me and he wanted to know if we can raise it to $7. It's still lower than any other place around. He said he believes Play It Against Sports in Plattsburgh is $10 to sharpen your skates. And he said now will help pay off the piece of equipment sooner, and then we can put more in the rec department funds.
Sounds good to me.
I don't have a problem.
All right?
Motion and a
That's
second for that?
motion. Yeah.
A motion to raise the skate sharpener fee to $7.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Just wanted to remind everybody that spring cleanup is this week. The guys have been going out already, they're doing a good job, so just wanna make sure everybody gets their limbs and leaves and everything else, so that the guys can pick them up. And that's all I have to say.
Trustee Pelkey?
Yes, just an update on the water plant and the wastewater. They are doing some routine maintenance, so you'll probably be seeing some guys on top of the water tower. They're doing inspection.
When is that?
Monday.
Monday?
That'll be Monday. They're doing some maintenance, so they're working through some engineering problems from the past engineers on our water project. And I think our superintendent of the wastewater and water plant and our mechanic pretty much hammered out some issues that they had to have attention to. I think they're doing a really good job. They come up with some good ideas, so they're working together on that. The village signs, as you come into Rouses Point, if you notice, the one at the fire department is very bright. I mean, it's newer, of course. I'm wondering if there's somebody that can repaint them, recoat them or something, because
Where do we get those?
Flying Cow out of
Vermont,
somewhere in Vermont.
Well, the one at the fire station,
Scott Lowe.
Scott Blow me that.
Did he paint that, or is that paint them rather than bring them all the way to Flying Cow and
No.
somewhere in lower Vermont?
Not somebody like Debbie Callisti or somebody like that, or whatever.
What about the guy that's doing the work that has the paintings up in the windows downtown?
Well, his wife,
Yeah.
live on the corner of Academy and Maple. She paints. Debbie Rochester paints, is an artist.
I think when they paint them, they have to be coated with something to preserve them.
Yes, yes.
I've been working on a few projects at home, like with cement animals, and having them repainted, and what I'm doing is I'm clear coating them with, it's called the rim spray. And it really, the sunlight doesn't affect the paint that way.
So ultraviolet rays.
Or put on those signs to protect them, but it's getting to the point where they're getting hard to read, you know, they're getting dingy, so we have 3 of them. We have one on Lake Street, Lake and Smith, the one by the underpass, and the one down by the bridge road. I think they need, we paid a lot of money for them, I think we should keep them up. Maybe see if we can find some local artists, or maybe talk to Scott Lowe and see how he, or if he has any suggestions. I mean, I think they need to be cleaned up a little bit. The 4th of July committee, they sold some tickets. They had the drawing Saturday, May 1st. First place winner was Kim LeBan. Second place winner was Randy LeBombard, and the 3rd place winner was Roy Cardian. That's just a little update on the thing about tickets. Everybody wants to know, you know, who won, so hopefully this little social media will get it out there. The fire department is gonna have a chicken barbecue. We have a couple people that stepped up that wanna be chairperson, so the chicken barbecue is gonna have Lake Moores, where you drive up, get your chicken barbecue, all in a nice container, and you'll be able to go home and enjoy your meal. And the last thing I wanna talk about is the vandalism that's happening around Rouses Point. We had vandalism down on our pier. They destroyed a couple of the bollards down there, the light bollards. They're down here in the rec park at late at night. I think we need to, if everybody has their neighborhood watch program, or if they please call somebody, call the state police, the sheriff, somebody. I mean, it's too bad to have vandalism going around our nice parks. You know, we try to keep everything up and through our village. I noticed that they took spray paint down on our boat launch, they wrote onto the cement down there, I mean, there's just no reason for that. So if anyone sees anything, please be aggressive and call our local state police. And you can be anonymous, you don't have to give your name, so, you know, you don't have to be involved. Just, they appreciate the heads up of what's going on in our little village. And it's too bad to have the vandalism going.
What happened down the dugouts, and before the cameras weren't pointed in like the best spots.
Right.
So now we switched the camera angles to like where people usually hang out later on during the day and stuff, so if it happens again, hopefully he catches it on the cameras and we can see what's going on.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, down there, they ought to take and put a door on there for one thing.
Yes.
People took and defecated in there.
There's,
You know, that's ridiculous.
there's a lot of activity going on in those dugouts.
Yeah.
And like Ben said, if there was a door on there, I think it would discourage a lot of it. There's good lighting, I mean, we can see that, it does help, but, I mean, the other night, they were stacking the picnic tables on top of each other underneath the gazebo, tell them to stop, you know, it's just ridiculous.
So one thing I saw in Vermont once, which might actually be useful to do, is in Vermont, that they put a chain link, they put a fence around it, a see-through, easy see-through metal fence, which, and then they had a lock and gate on it, so they could keep people out when there isn't a baseball game, but at the same time, when there is a baseball game going on, it protects the people in.
Completely closed in, the front's completely, so it's all you gotta do is put one of them gates like that Lowe's, you can buy one of those gates, that are 6 foot high, and just put a couple hinges, and they can put a lock with a hasp on it, and you're done with it. And then they wouldn't go in there, and then when the coaches come, they can have their own key to open them up and do what they have to do. And I think it would keep the kids, the younger kids out of there.
The previous dugouts were locked.
Yeah,
Door,
I think
'cause
the
that-
two old ones up here already have doors on them. I think it's just that one new one, it never got finished to have a door put on it, so. It's just a thought, you know, it would deter a lot of problems, I think.
Yeah, it'd be an inexpensive way to deter them a lot, yeah.
It wouldn't be such a hangout for juveniles. And that's all I have for tonight.
Okay, Cooper's not here today. Any other reports, Susan?
I do have an update on the grants. Got an email for FEMA, just telling pending project development, so that's, federal government. We will get it when they get around to sending it to us, basically. And I did send the, Barton LaJudas bills to DASNY to use that $33,000 that was left over from the water plant grant from a couple of years ago. They have everything they need except the bank statement. They want the actual bank statement when it comes in. We don't have the bank statement here. But as soon as we do get that, the Deputy Treasurer, Becky Pelkey, will give me a copy. I will send it off to DASNY and they will send us our money. And that's all I have.
Good. Open meeting to the public? Yes?
Got a question. Where is your code enforcement officer and where's your lawyer? They should be here at every meeting, and I'll tell you why. People may, I don't know if she has any questions or not, or anybody has questions, I don't have any. But, you know, that's all taxpayers' dollars. And you guys should come down on them and say, you're here, it's only once a month. It's not 2 or 3 times a month. But anyways, I think that's the fair way to do it. No, I'm just letting you know, so the public will know that. They're against stuff too. The other question I wanna ask you about is, let's see here. Oh, the extension in moratorium. Why are you extending the moratorium? It's electric you're talking about,
Right.
right?
Electric boilers.
Yeah, it's on the boilers over there. But that's all tax. There was a law put out at one time that there was no more electric boilers.
That was a memorandum that kept getting extended over and over and over again. And the last memorandum said that they were going to do a study, but because of COVID and everything else going on, there was never a study done.
Well, I would think somebody could have some time to do a study.